You're listening to the Coconut Avenue Radio and Podcast Network.
Welcome to Out There on the Edge of Everything, the show that examines, helps you understand, and effectively deal with the interesting edges of life. Broadcasting now from the virtual C344 studios overlooking the edge of Coconut Avenue is your host, award-winning and best-selling author, Dr. Stephen Lesavich.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Lesavich out there on the edge of everything. This episode is entitled A Winning Strategy. When I worked as a professional software engineer for AT&T Bell Laboratories, I was a member of the AT&T corporate running team. I have a picture of my jersey on my blog post on lesavich.com that shows that jersey from the AT&T corporate running team. At that time, one component of AT&T Bell Labs was located in Naperville, Illinois, which is a city about 30 miles southwest of the city of Chicago. The AT&T running team was very competitive at that time, and there were a couple of runners who could run about a 4-minute and 10-second mile. On my best days, I was running about a minute plus slower, or could run about a mile in 5 minutes and 30 seconds at that time. On May 19, 1988, I ran a 6K race, that's 3.7 miles, a running road race called the Spring Fling Run, sponsored by AT&T Bell Labs at the Hickory Ridge Conference Center in Lisle, Illinois. Now, Lisle, Illinois is a city near Naperville. I had a winning strategy in mind for the race. I lined up in the very first row of runners at the starting line and took off at a very fast pace ahead of all my AT&T teammates. Normally, I would run behind my AT&T teammates and try to catch them, but on that day, I sprinted to the front and ran at the front of the race the whole way and challenged them to chase me down and catch me. All of the other runners, including my AT&T teammates, started out at a slower pace, a pace slower than 5 minutes and 30 seconds per mile. So I immediately created some distance between myself and all the other runners. My AT&T teammates expected me to slow down and fade, so they would catch me eventually, but I never did. When they realized I was not going to slow down or fade, it was too late for any of them to make a surge to catch me before the finish line. I was the overall winner of that 6K race on May 19, 1988. I was the very first finisher, first overall. My winning time was 20 minutes and 32 seconds, 2 seconds off the course record of 20 minutes and 30 seconds. My average pace was 5 minutes and 31 seconds per mile. There were about 100 people in that 6K race. I realize this event happened many years ago now, and I cannot even get anywhere close to running that fast ever again, although I'm still running 6 days a week. However, I was going through some old papers I had stored in my basement and found the certificate from that race, the certificate that showed I was the overall winner of that 6K running race. Now, on my blog post on lesavich.com, I have an image of that certificate. The strategy I used to win that race made me think about developing a winning strategy in life and business. That 6K race is a metaphor for choosing a winning strategy. When I lined up at the start of the 6K road race, I knew every runner had the same goal, to cross the finish line first. Yet the real difference between those who fade, those who finish strong, and those who actually win isn't always just talent. I was running against runners who could run a minute per mile faster than me, my AT&T teammates. It's about choosing and using a winning strategy. Winning strategy principle number 1. To win that 6K race, I had to choose my own winning strategy before the race to beat the runners I knew were faster than me, including my own teammates on the AT&T corporate running team. Just as in running, your professional life and personal life is filled with distractions and moments where you're tempted to deviate from what works. Winning in your personal and professional life comes from deciding on and sticking to a winning strategy that will allow you to get to your desired finish line ahead of everyone else. In life, you compete against who shows up as you execute your winning strategy. One truth about running races is you don't get to choose your competition. On race day, you have to run against who shows up. You may line up against seasoned veterans who have been running for years, who are faster than you, or you might find yourself surrounded by runners just starting their running journey. On race day, the field is what it is. You don't control who shows up. What you do control is how you respond and how you execute the winning strategy you have chosen to use against who shows up. Winning strategy principle number 2. To win that 6K race, I had to compete against all runners who showed up that day, including several of my teammates who were much faster than me. I executed my strategy and ran my race. I used my winning strategy against the runners who showed up that day. Winning in your personal and professional life comes from executing your own winning strategy, your own way, using your own training and skills, and not from controlling the competition. Stick to your own winning strategy. Sticking to a winning strategy is a commitment to a framework to achieve victory. It is a roadmap you create before the pressure hits, rooted in preparation, knowledge, and clarity of purpose. Sticking to your own winning strategy means resisting the urge to chase distractions, panic when conditions get challenging, or copy what others are doing and not trusting yourself. Winning strategy principle number 3. To win that 6K race, I had to stick to my own winning strategy and trust that my training, my prior experience racing and running road races, and my knowledge of how my teammates from the AT&T corporate running team would likely race that day would be enough to allow me to win the race. Winning in your personal and professional life comes from sticking to and trusting your own winning strategy and having the confidence that it will work for you. So how do you develop a winning strategy in your own life? Developing a winning strategy in your own personal and professional life includes setting your own pace, trusting your training, staying disciplined under pressure, and finishing strong. Set your own pace. In running, one of the quickest ways to have a bad race is by starting too fast just because others are pushing the pace. You get caught up in the excitement of the start, but by the halfway mark, exhaustion may take over. The same is true in life. When you measure yourself constantly against the pace of others in their lives, trying to match their careers, possessions, or achievements, you risk running out of energy before you reach your own desired finish line. Winning strategy principle number 4. Setting your own pace means selecting a desired pace for your own strategy and sticking to it to arrive at your own desired finish line. Trust your training. No runner wins a road race by accident. Such victories include many hours of daily training and gaining experience by directly competing and racing with others in road races. Just like in running, in your life, you engage in daily training sessions, such as building skill sets, learning new tasks, nurturing relationships, etc., that prepare you for executing your own strategy. Winning strategy principle number 5. To overcome challenges and achieve victories in your own personal and professional life, you have to trust your training as you execute your own winning strategy. Stay disciplined under pressure. Racers don't always unfold the way anyone expects. Someone may surge ahead, the weather may shift, or fatigue may hit earlier than planned. The temptation is to abandon your strategy and react emotionally. But winners know how to stay grounded even when conditions change. In life, staying disciplined under pressure means resisting distractions, temptations, and shortcuts when they appear. It means staying committed to the principles and strategy you know will serve you, even when others around you take detours. Winning strategy principle number 6. Staying disciplined under stress makes all the difference between falling apart and finishing well, and even winning the race as you execute your own winning strategy. Finish strong. The mark of a great runner isn't just how they start, but how they finish. The last stretch of the race is where perseverance meets preparation. Many people begin projects or goals with enthusiasm, but fade before the end, leaving work incomplete or dreams unfulfilled. Finishing strong means you conserve enough energy and stay focused across your finish line with integrity and impact. Winning strategy principle number 7. In life, finishing strong means following through on commitments and pushing through fatigue and temporary challenges to deliver your best when it matters most as you execute your own winning strategy. Taking the time to develop and execute your own winning strategy allows you to create a significant positive impact in your own life. Until next time, I'm Dr. Stephen Lesavich, out there on the edge of everything, still creating my own winning strategies for running in other areas of my own life.
You have been listening to Out There on the Edge of Everything, the show that examines, helps you understand, and effectively deal with the interesting edges of life. For more information on your host, Dr. Stephen Lesavich, please visit slesavich.com. For more information on prior and future shows, please visit coconutavenueradio.net.
This is the Coconut Avenue Radio and Podcast Network.